Hello there everybody, welcome along. It is time for PSGL F1 Austrian Grand Prix, round 5 of season 25. And listen, I've got to break it, shit. I'm on my own. Odems hasn't shown up. God knows why he hasn't shown up, but he hasn't shown up. And obviously, that makes me very sad. Because that means, well, he can't bully me anymore. And that was obviously the bit I enjoyed the most. But anyway, as you can see, it is currently raining, and we've got people out there on the full wet, and we've got people out there on the intermediates. It's in that sort of middle ground where it's not quite dry enough. Is that the right word? Dry enough? It's not wet enough for full wets, but it kind of is. It's sort of that mid ground. You know what I mean? I mean, you can see it on the screen. So, yeah. We're watching Jarno. He was the first one out on the track, and as you can see, I think for once I've actually managed to pick up the first person on a lap. I never actually managed this, but I have this time. Kryptonite, the race winner yesterday in the chat. Congratulations, my man. Good to see you up there on the top. Speaking of the top, I think I'm still top of the standings. We're on top of the world right now. If you didn't see F3 yesterday, you've got to watch it. It's a fantastic race. And, well, yeah, I've just spoiled the winner. I might get a podium still. I don't know what Paga is getting in terms of penalties, but I might sort of a podium up for grabs. So we'll have to see. Oh, speaking of which, the F3 standings has just been updated. I'll get to the F1 standings in a second, but let me just confirm. Yes, I'm 3 points clear at the top. Oh yes, I'm doing a little victory dance. You can't see it, obviously, as Jarno goes fastest. Right then, so, the news. I'm going to call it the news. After last week's race, of course, Jarno didn't finish, which means his 24-point lead has been slashed down to a measly 16. Absolutely disgraceful, if you ask me. Second place in the championship is still Casper, but shock horror, the winner of the race last week was ILRT Louis. Now you might notice he's not ILRT anymore, he's abandoned them, he's went to S2V Louis Welsh, so there you go. But yeah, he's still ILRT Louis on the standings, but that's who it is in the Williams, the reigning champion, reigning double champion. So Louis is now 20 points off, but Casper, yeah, he's had 2 second places this season now, so if he can just be a bit more consistent, maybe get up to the top today, he could theoretically be level on points with Jarno if it all goes wrong for him again. So there's potential for a swing in the championship today. And then it's pretty tight at the top of the constructors. 2 points to lead Red Bull has over McLaren, and then Williams only 8 points behind Red Bull as well, so that could be nice and close tonight as well. But yeah, this is the man in the early stages who is currently fastest. And there are two... Well, I say 2 changes. There are 2 more sort of confirmations of what we saw last week. Faster Racer is now a full-timer. You can see him in 14th. And Sparks is also a full-timer. And you can see him in 11th place. And that has been the news. Now the weather. That is a good question. I don't know what the race weather is. I did ask. I hope I've got an answer by now. Oh yeah, we haven't got an answer. Even Connor's asking. You know, when Connor's asking for the weather, you know these guys are being a bit irresponsible. Come on. Got to see the weather, man. Got to see what's happening. But yeah, while we watch Louis go round, I think he's still never flying out. You can do a few, obviously, on these tires. But yeah, like I say, I've just got to be happy. I've done 3 weeks now at the top of the F3 Championship. It will eventually fall apart, I know. But let me enjoy my moment while I've got it, because 3 points clear. It was only 1 point last week. I made a good recovery. Honestly, you've got to watch it. I didn't win or anything, but it was a very entertaining race. There was plenty of back and forth stuff. There was loads of trains. Somebody will see that same type of thing tonight. We could well get a mixed up grid as a result of these pretty horrendous conditions, as Louis decides to pit. Jarno has gone faster on his intermediates. Anyone else on a lap then? No, not at the minute, not as far as I can see. Rafa is going out there. And yeah, JP, no Odems and no weather yet. I don't know what the weather is. Of course, when I get that information, I'll give it to you. But at the minute, no one seems interested in telling us the weather. So I don't know if we're running dry setups in the rain or if we're running wet setups because it'll be a wet race. So, unfortunately, I can't tell you. But once I have the information, know that I shall let you know. Mind you, at this rate we'll probably end up having to find out on the grid what the weather is. But anyway, Rafa half a second up in his middle sector. If he can just find another 10th, which you'd expect him to do really, on these tires at this point, then he will join his teammate up at the top of the standings. Well, let's see. 2 corners to go. Bit of a slide, but he should be able to get out of that final corner and onto the main straight. And will Rafa put himself up at the top of the standings? Yes, it's P2. So he's right up there. And Louis says it is a dry race. So it's a dry race. That means we might well be on dry setups, I guess. Just useful information, that. So it does look like the intermediates then are the best tires to do on Louis. Nice change, and you can see the rain has got a lot lighter. Jonathan on a lap, he's just started one. He didn't have a great race last week. He was second in the standings coming in, and it all just went terribly wrong. He ended up 5th by the end of it, scoring nil points in his in his Red Bull, or it's not his Red Bull, it's Renault. I can't read, sorry. But yeah, he's looking for a bit of a bounce back this week. This is one of those tracks where it really could go down to anyone for the race win. If you're at the front, then of course you'll get a big advantage, and these times will tumble down the whole time. That's why I'm not switching around. We're just going to watch one person at a time. Keep it nice and simple. But yeah, it's going to be about the last one across the line for this one. I can feel it. A lot of these guys did practice in the dry times as well, so this could well be a mixed up grid, and that will help the championship standings. And like I say, if you're at the front in this race, it's surprisingly easy to hold a train behind you. That's what I found out yesterday. But yeah, Jackatex now going fastest. Will Jonathan replace him? We've watched his whole lap, hasn't looked too bad. And it's P2, so it's a good lap. Right, who we watch next? Is Jarno still going round? He is still going round. Is he going to go fastest? Yes. Yes, he is. Louis is about to start a lap. I think I'll watch this one on board. The driver that's finally picked up a little bit of momentum after last week. Hopefully he can continue this on. Of course, he had, I think, what, 3 non-scores in a row, was it? Or, well, no, it wasn't 3 non-scores, was it? It was 2 non-scores and then, yeah, an 11 and a 17. That's what he got. And, yeah, fastest lap in both races as well. If he can get that momentum up, then, yeah, we'll see if he can get back in the title fight. He's not out of it. This is the halfway point in the season when this race ends, but it doesn't mean he's out of it by any stretch of the imagination, because if he wins this race again tonight, then that'll be the gap down. He would be able to get it to within a race distance. That's what he wants. Currently at 20 points. Of course, you can't really count out Casper either. He's currently on lap 2. You can see where he is at the start of the middle sector in that DRS zone, which of course isn't being used because it's raining. But yeah, I'm trying to make this sound interesting. I really hope Jarno gets a bit of competition. But anyway, let's see. Louis, will it be a 1 minute 12? Should be. And is well into 1 minute 12. Good lap. Let's catch up with Casper. See how he's getting on in his McLaren. 1.6 up, so it would maybe look at second place if he can keep this up. It'd be nip and tuck with Louis, but I reckon he should get P2 at the moment. There's people still crossing the lines. You can see Onyx there's gone P2. There was a Toro also Toxic crossing the line, I think that was, but he didn't improve. He's on 6 lap old tyres. Gale just goes P3, and look at that. Casper really had to save that one, and it might have cost him P1 there. I don't know how much he would have lost, but yeah, he got the P2 that I was expecting him to get. Desso's out there, but he's on a slow one. Lakitu looks to be a little bit held up, but he is on a lap. So we'll see if he can get himself off the board a little bit. There he goes, P6. Blizzard's out there. Lee Finlay's out there. Let's watch Rafa. Because why not? Bit of Rafa time. Everyone should be improving substantially at the moment, because as you can see the rain is spitting now. I don't think it's going to stop raining because there's only 6 minutes left, and even if it did stop it wouldn't be enough for dries, but it's certainly, like I say, going to be getting faster and faster every lap. I wouldn't be surprised if we're well into the 1 minute 11s, possibly even a high 1 minute 10 by the end of this session. But like I say, I honestly do think it'll be last man across the line takes pole today. But we'll see. It's good with this. We can keep an eye on Blizzard just ahead, and we can also keep an eye on Rafa. We can watch both our laps finish at the same time. Rafa's got to find a second in the final sector to go anywhere near P1. That doesn't seem too likely at the moment, although it does feel like he and Blizzard are on the same sort of pace, so we'll see whereabouts they both end up. Remember, there's no DRS, so they can't make use of the free zones, so there's no sort of slipstream advantage, and not as big as it would be in the dry anyway. Blizzard wasn't valid. Rafa P2, he did find that second, just couldn't find the extra push to go to P1, but it was close. It was close. Louis is up by a tenth and a half now in the middle sector. He's going quicker. Exceeding them track limits. On TT, that's pretty much a no-go, and on this, as you can see, it's also a no-go. Where's Jarno? Is he on a night lap? He's on a night lap, so we won't watch him. Who's furthest for a lap in the top runners? Probably, yeah. We'll watch Casper, and just make sure Rafa isn't actually going again. He's not. Now, I'll be interested to see what they do here. Will they be confident to go fast on their first lap on a new set of intermediates for the final run, or will they stick on an old set, or go out early and do 2 laps then a flyer? Because what I find, and what most probably would agree with, is that you just cannot go 1 lap and go. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see I'd be surprised, sorry, if I don't see Rafa go for the second one, because the tyres are not good on the first lap compared to the second lap. That's just the way it works on the intros. You can see Casper improved there. You can see that Lou was going to improve. Jarno is out there. He's in the middle sector. So we'll watch him. Then we'll catch back up with Rafa, see if he can push further on and get P1. That's, of course, if Jarno doesn't go and smash the lap time. But as I say, his first lap probably won't be as good as what his second lap will be. So this could be him to the end of the session, you know. He could just be out here until the end of the session. We'll just have to wait and see. Hello to the 41 viewers, by the way. Nice to see you all here. I'm not in the chat right now because I'm very invested in this session, as Jake Texas P3. It's a very interesting session. As Jarno up to the line isn't going to go P1. He is going to go P1. Okay. That shows me. There you go. Louis isn't. He's P1 now. And that's his 3rd lap on those tyres. Oh well, yeah. 3rd flyer. He's obviously 4 laps on there, but that includes the out lap. Doesn't it? Well, it might not actually. Maybe it was his 4th. One of them didn't count. But yeah, Jarno was P1 for a minute, then he wasn't. And yeah, whoa, that looked like a bit of a slide, didn't it? Rafa might want to just back that one off. Maybe try again later. Now that's not the way you meant to enter the pit lane. I think you get a 5-second time penalty added on at the end if you mess the pit lane entry up. Just a warning. It's qualifying, so it's okay in qualifying, but just be aware you can't do that. Alright, let's see what the chat's saying, shall we? Oh my god! JD's in here. Why haven't you joined yet? You gotta join the league, man. You can't be in the chat if you aren't. Am I a mod yet? Sorry, I've got to check it. Nope. I'll be a mod one day. But anyway, yeah, you gotta join the league, JD. Come on, stop teasing us. Anyway, yeah, we've got plenty of people in the chat. Let's see what people are saying. We got. Oh, is it? Dirt 2's free. Ooh, I might get that, you know. Good stuff there, Mark. I like that reporting work. That is a good game. I've been looking at that. Dirt 2.0. Good game. Don't get Project Cars 2. I see JP's. Don't get it. I got it for £8 and I still feel ripped off. Do not buy that game at full price unless you've got a wheel. Please, for the love of God, do not buy it. That's a PSA. I don't even care. Don't buy it. I really regret it. Right, you're Louis, are you? That explains it. That explains a lot. Then it explains why you bottled the first 2 races, doesn't it? Anyway, midnight, middle sector, up. Let's see, how heavy is the rain now? It's not too heavy, but then again, the track will have been drying progressively, so even though it's not raining as heavy as it was before or something, maybe because it's not raining much, doesn't mean it won't be better than it was before, because obviously we started on a full wet track. There were people out there on the full wets, so yeah. Just because the rain hasn't changed doesn't mean we will still be getting pretty fast times. And yeah, just waiting for people to do laps, man. They're all going for 1 lap. I'm surprised by this. I would, I'd be doing 2. But, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We've got a few looking at the softs. Now that is something. Maybe the radar has said that it's dry because I did a ranked race earlier. I'm sure lots of you know I love my ranked races. Actually I hate them, but these conditions were deemed dry. This is good, this, experienced from before. So this could be an absolute masterstroke here. Because even though it's still raining, I swear to God, it is dry, according to online 5-lappers, when it rains like this. But then again, I don't know if it works the reverse. I think that was a track progressively getting wetter rather than a track progressively drying. But we'll see, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. But anyway, we've got some laps started. I think Casper's on one and Rafa is on one. And DRS is enabled, yes. Paris and Blizzard are looking very good here. Absolutely fantastic decision making there. They're going to want to be as late to the line as they possibly can, but not too late. They've got to make it. Paris isn't going to make it, so he's wasted that opportunity. He could have well been on pole. Will Blizzard make it? Blizzard is going to make it, right. I'm going to take a risk and watch this lap and hope to God it works. So Paris is out then. He is probably going to be starting last. And that's a real bummer. Now look at this. It's going to be a fantastic DRS run here for Blizzard as he gets all the way up the hill. And we'll keep an eye on the people as they cross the line. But the issue for Blizzard actually could be Lee Finlay. Look at this. He's going up the inside. He's hit him, but he had to get by. He had to get by. I don't blame him. He had to make the overtake work there. And he has. Who's up again next? It's not Yarno, is it Rafa? I don't know who it is. Not even going to try and figure this out. It's Onyx. Onyx, will he move? He is on a lap. But will he move? He will move. He is moving. Here comes Louis up to the line. He's up by 2/10. Is this lap going to be enough? No, he doesn't improve. What about Sparks? He's crawling up to the line. That's not going to improve either. Yarno. What about him? How is he getting on? Final corner. Now you're late, aren't you? You're missing the best end to your qualifying I've seen for a long time. Here comes Blizzard on his dry tyres. This is going to blow everyone out of the water. It's a 1 minute 8.5. Incredible stuff. I don't think Lickle's going to beat that. Blizzard is on pole by 3.3 seconds. Hello, Odems.
Hello.
Turn your mic up, lad. You're a bit far away.
Hello.
Hello. Right, you missed the end of qualifying, did you? Or did you see it?
No, right. I had a bit of a mare.
Right, well, I'll quickly explain it to you then. It was a wet start to qualifying. It's still raining. Qualifying's over, but it was still a wet track. But everyone went on to entries to qualify, except Blizzard. And it just so happened that the track was ready for dries. And there, the rain has stopped, so the track was dry. So it was still spitting with rain, but the game deemed it was dry. So Blizzard is on pole by 3.3 seconds.
Who's second then on inters?
Louis is second.
So I reckon he's in the best position, to be honest.
Well, the new look Louis is in P2 with Sparks in P3 and Yarno P4. Toxic Tomato is P5 with Jake Tech 6, Rafa 7th with Casper 8th, Midnight 9th, and Jonathan in P10. And it doesn't really matter what the tyre choice is, they'll all get a free choice except Blizzard. Forbes is 11th, Faster Racer 12th, Onyx 13th, Gill 14th, Lee Finlay 15th, Liam in 16th, Lakichi 17th, Paris 18th, Deso 19th, and Lickle Blocks last. Paris was on the soft as well, but he didn't make it to the line in time, and so he couldn't set a lap. But that must be setting some sort of record. I'm seeing that Mark is also saying it. Yeah, that must be a record for the biggest pole position gap. 3.3 seconds.
Good stuff, Blizzard. On the ball.
Indeed. Right then, are you in the lobby?
I am loading into the lobby now, yes.
Lovely. Good stuff. Well, better late than never. And, yeah. I've talked about my F3 stuff, so you don't need to worry about it.
Alright, good. I don't need to know how it went. Good.
But I'm still top. 3 weeks in a row.
Don't care.
Okay. Anyway, so the sun is out. It's a properly dry track now. I'm still kind of expecting this to be a soft to medium affair, though, if I'm honest with you. Unless everyone puts the mediums on. Because, if I'm honest, the softs are horrendous on this track compared to the mediums. They just do not work. They overheat too quickly. And, I don't know, after 5 or 6 laps on them, you want to be off them. And so I'd get them out on a pad anyway. I don't know if it's different on a wheel, but I'd want rid of the sauce as soon as possible. But these guys are all sticking the mediums on. We've got a bit of a split down the field here. We've got only 4 drivers on the sauce, so they must think differently to me then. The mediums, yeah, the rest of them on mediums. So an early safety car would benefit the guys in the softs more, I would have thought. Say a safety car lap 5 or lap 6, but we'll see. But yeah, 4 on
I don't think the softs overheat that much. I think they'll be fine. I think it's all depends on if you can just keep them in good nick.
We'll see.
And if you can keep Lewis behind, who's now part of S2V, I'm seeing. Okay.
Yes, he's abandoned RT. It was a cruel moment that for them. But yeah. I got no comment. Okay. I got no comment. But now, like I say, from my F3 years today, I didn't think the softs were all too good. I went off the track twice with them on. I just did not like them. I hated them. The rears would just spin up too quickly. I was not liking it. And then the mediums, they were good. They were consistent throughout. So maybe the softs will be better at the end of the race, I guess. Maybe they don't have to be on for as long. But we'll see. We'll see. What do I know? Just an F3 driver.
I know this track you can actually somewhat two-stop and get away with it.
I don't think I've seen anyone try a two-stop before. One thing I've got to be worried about when they pit, of course, and I will be keeping an eye on this, you've got to stay fully to the right-hand side when you're pitting.
Yeah.
It is the worst pit lane of the year, because you have to stay on the right-hand side, and you're going slowly because you're saving the lines, and that is the racing line, and people might hit you. But we've got no other option. Connor says you'll get in trouble for it, so I can't really do much about that. But anyway, we're all lining up on the grid then. I'll quickly go through it again. Blizzard, Louis, Sparks, Yarno, Toxic, Jacotex, Rafa, Casper, Midnight, Jonathan, Forbes, Faster Racer, Onyx, Gill, Lee Finlay, with Liam, Lakichi, Paris, Deso, and Lickle Blocks. Remember that Sparks and Faster Racer are now full timers, so they can now start helping their teams out with the points. And we're all lined up on the grid then, getting ready for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix here in PSGL F1. You can see there, Blizzard there on the right hand side of your screen on pole, on the softs. He set pole by 3.3 seconds. Let's see how he gets off the line. He should be pretty good. And we are away in Austria, and he is pretty good. He should be okay. One of the Ferraris did not get off the line. It was Jacotex. And down the inside, Louis is giving it a go, and there's a bit of contact. Can Blizzard get a good run on the exit? He is still side by side. We're riding on board. And this will be quite difficult on the outside. I'd be surprised if he actually goes for this here. And I'm telling you what, Blizzard could well have to give this one up. And I think he does. There's nothing he can do there now. And Louis has taken the lead. It was a good second phase to the start then. He got away with it. But what on earth happened to Jacotex? He's down in 15th. Very odd.
Lewis, you say it's a good second. Pretty much matched him the entire time. And I think he got an outright better start. And he was down the inside. And yeah, Blizzard probably had a chance to cover but didn't want to risk it, and yeah, Lewis takes the lead. Let's see if Blizzard will suck in behind him or try and take it back. I imagine the former.
Oh, there's a lot of contact at the back of the grid, but it looks like everyone has got through the first lap somewhat alive. Of course, Blizzard being with the tyre advantage, maybe he'll have to change his ways. He's got to pass, I think. He's got to pass and make a gap. He's quick enough to do it.
I don't think he'll make a gap. I think his best chance is passing and then hoping Sparks will get it.
Yeah, he's letting him through. But look at this. They're slowing each other down. Rafa and Sparks as Rafa hits the back, and that's going to Constantina. They're all hitting each other. Who's got damage there? I don't think anyone has. No, Yarno has. Yarno has.
Oh, Yarno. Wow.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. He didn't do anything wrong. Now got held up. Any damage for Sparks? No, he's okay. Rafa's okay, but yeah, Yarno in trouble. There's a car off there. It looks like Toxic Tomato must have been sent off wide. He's broken his front wing as well. And yellows for Casper. Casper's right down at the back now. He's had a dreadful, dreadful opening 2 laps. And looks like we've got Forbes and Gill as well. And that's a spin. Yeah, that was never going to work through there. And that's going to be more contact. We've got a big accident going on here. Many cars involved. Safety cars out. How many have we lost? We've only lost one, surprisingly. But there's a lot of cars damaged. They'll all pit for the hard, surely.
Yeah.
Gill got spun round and his car didn't ghost. And so a lot of cars have had a big accident there. And they're all going to now let each other through. Oh, they're going to hit again. Oh, look at this. Oh, I can't believe it. They've all parked it in the pit lane entry and they've all got penalties and they've taken out Jonathan. What have I just seen?
What was that?
Everybody down to P10 instead. The rest have all pitted. That's how crazy that's been. And Lee Finlay, I can't believe this. Lee Finlay, has he put himself into a potential race putting position? I know it's a bit early to say this, but he's going to be the lead guy on the one stop. This has to be a one stop. Unless it's another safety car later on. Is that another car? That's a safety car. I'm being stupid. But yeah, Jonathan, don't really know what happened there. They all just parked it on the pit lane entry.
It's like there was like a piece of like chicken in that one bit of tarmac and they all went for it. That's what it looked like.
It did look a bit dodgy, didn't it?
Well, so determined to get to that singular piece of the track. That was so weird, and now Jonathan's just dead.
Right then, let's just quickly go through what everyone's went on to. We've got 3 that have pitted onto the hards. They're Lee, Lakitu and Jagotex. You'd assume they're going to try and go to the end on those. We've got 2 on the mediums, Jarno and Casper. And then we've got 3 on the sauce, Paris, Toxic and Lickle. I got a pretty good view of that accident. I'm sure they were looking at that one back. I'm sure the stewards might have something to say about it, but it all started with Gill being spun round. I'm trying to remember who it was. I'll look back at it, but he was spun round and he was just put in the middle of the track. It was, I think it was racing with Forbes, your favourite driver. And it all started that off. So he spun. There was contact on the way in. I think he hit on the inside, then he hit the Red Bull, then hit the Ferrari, then hit the Renault, then hit everyone, hit the Williams. Oh my god, he hit everyone. And so there was many cars involved, half the grid, as it turned out, involved in that accident. And then, on the way into the pit lane, whose fault was this then? I'm looking at this back now. So they're all on their way into the pit lane. They're all letting each other through. There must have been a lot of illegal overtakes, but the Ferrari slowed down massively. He parked it, and then the 4 of them all came together, and Jonathan... They all went for that pit lane entry because they all went for the inside line. I tell you that pit lane's dangerous. They all went to get inside the line. That's just a mess.
Connor has blood on his hands.
He's got blood on his hands. So does the Ferrari. In fairness, the Ferrari parked it and the Toros had to go off the track to avoid, and the other guys all collapsed in on each other. It was just a mess. But we're all back in it.
Was the Sir Lickle blocks?
What's taking him so long to get back to the pits then?
Stop ignoring me, you prick.
Or was he just sort of sitting there, chillaxing?
Stop ignoring me.
I know what they're doing. Do you know what they're doing? I know what they're doing.
Stop ignoring me.
No! Fine, speak.
Was the Ferrari Jacotex or Lickle blocks?
Let's find out. I think it was Jacotex. I could be wrong. Let's have a little look. Yeah, it was Jacotex. It was Jagotex. Jagotex, right, I'll talk you through it. I'm going to have to genuinely watch this in slow motion because it all happened very quickly. So let's just put it on half speed. Right, so Jagotex is going super slow. And so Toxic has to go off the track to avoid. Meanwhile behind, you've got 3 cars all side by side, all trying to get in that line. They're Paris, Lickle and Jonathan. Jonathan hits the back of Toxic's car and gets sandwiched in by Lickle. And that takes his wheel off. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Under a safety car.
Austria always brings up something. I remember back in season 22, where Lickle Blocks, who was a pit stop down and everyone, decided that he was going to fight Lewis, like his life depended on it. And pretty much took me, Lewis, and I believe Cam. No, not Cam. All suffered wing damage from Lee Finley being a crazy person.
Right. So, can I quickly say something here? I think that Lickle and Toxic are going to the end as well. They've pitted again, and they've gone on to the softs. Issue is Lickle and Toxic, they're not going to make the back of the pack. So, but they won't pit again. So that's a plus. But yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the action because we're getting ready to go again. Safety car is in, and what is it good for Blizzard? He gets a bit longer in the lead of this thing. And he's waiting a while to get this restarted. Lickle might actually catch up to the back of this, but Toxic certainly won't. He's nowhere. As we get going again, looks like Rafa's already under pressure with 3 wide up towards turn 1. Have you learnt nothing? They have learnt something. They're backing off. Thank goodness for that. I mean, they're still making contact, but they're not killing each other. So, Onyx, I think we'll get ahead. And it's a good run still for quite a lot of these guys up the hill. Will Rafa try and get back on the inside? He will try and get back at the inside. And you can see there that Forbes is getting by Midnight. Good move there, and there's going to be a bit of contact on the exit. Midnight tried to find a gap to get back through, but I don't think there is anything. Sparks is all over Louis, but there's no way through into turn 4. And you can see Paris there is on the inside of Casper. These guys are still fighting away. This is the whole group that all came together during all these accidents at the start. And they've been a bit more calm with it, I'd like to say, but at the same time, we're nearly 3 abreast through turn 6. So maybe I hold my breath on this one because this is getting a bit tight again.
Onyx and Rafa are both on softs, so sorry to see them on the back of Lewis.
I think Casper's got a death wish there. That was a really clumsy thing to do. Trying to make contact on the straight like that, not a good idea.
Blizzard is broken out a second. Lewis, that was very quick.
He's on the softs. He's got to make the gap, I think, still. Just to be safe.
That quick, though. He wasn't doing that before the safety car, but he's done it immediately afterwards.
In fairness, he only had half a lap before the safety car came out, but yeah. I mean, Louis was also under a bit of pressure that last lap, wasn't he? So you could maybe put that up to it as well. Lee Finlay, by the way, is falling behind Yarno now, so he's not the highest of the one-stoppers anymore. But then again, Yarno might pit again though at some point, so I'd still keep my eyes on Lee Finlay. Then
again, he's on mediums.
Exactly, yeah.
Ooh, Forbes, oh, this is bad.
Don't be. He's reset. He's alright.
Yeah, he's reset.
Now, who did he hit? I wasn't saying that.
He got on the curb. He got too greedy on the curb on entry, trying to make the track as wide as possible, and just blew himself up. And now he's gonna have a go on. What's here now?
Right then, DRS is enabled. Let the circus begin. As Lee Finlay finds himself under all sorts of pressure. The strategic masterclass maybe, but certainly an under pressure strategic masterclass. When I want to see how crazy these trains can get, folks. Deso is at the lead of this, and just don't look back, mate. You're not going to like what you see. Because this is absolutely...
Oh, Jake attacks.
Oh, look at this. You've got Paris at the inside of Jake Attacks, because he went a bit wide there, didn't he, Jake Attacks? He broke a bit late.
He did the back of the arm and he got definitely.
Casper looks on the outside there. On the mediums, better grip on these tires compared to the hards, and he has gone clean around the outside there off Lakichi. Nicely done. Will Lakichi try and return the favour? No, he's opened the door to Liam. He nearly smashed straight into that door. And now he's put under pressure by Lickle. This whole train goes back to Forbes. It's all the way from Deso down. So it's half the grid pretty much. Blizzard has still got that gap out over a second. That is good for him, means he's not under any pressure. Louis will be feeling the pressure. He's got a pretty big train of his own, all the way from second down to Yarno in 8th. That's going to be fun for him when Yarno inevitably starts going for some moves. Also Onyx, as you say, he's on the sauce. Will Mercedes play any team games here? I doubt it, but if they do, that would be beneficial.
I don't know how they would play this. I don't think Sparks will. I don't know. I don't know if Sparks would be happy to let Onyx go. I don't think I would.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out.
But yeah, Sparks is terrible at defending his position, so Onyx will probably get past him anyways.
Yeah. Well, let's just say that doesn't end up in a 2016. Oh, look at that. Liam is on obviously much better tires. You can see the difference. He's pushing Lee around the corner. I say it's quite a lot, but he's literally pushing him. It's ridiculous that. And he's not going to go for this in the last corner, is he? He's going to back it out. He's not going to back it up. He's going for it. Good grip on the tires. You know what? Fair enough. Good move.
I can't believe Lee gave that one up. Well, I guess he thought, well, he's on the hard, he's on the soft, maybe he's not. But
Yeah.
yeah, Paris, I would not have done that. I would have given up. I would have not tried it over there. But a much braver man than I.
Yes. Right. Anyone fancy some overtaking at the front group? At the moment, no. We're all just sitting back in some DRS. Blizzard's trying to get that gap up to 2 seconds now. He's slowed down a bit from his first lap of brilliance. As we watch Liam there on the back of Lakitu. Lakitu, as we see quite often, just hasn't quite got the pace at the moment. As Desso and Paris now going side by side.
Yeah.
Of course, the better grip again for Paris, really helping him out here. And he's now going to have quite a bit of clear road ahead of him.
Charging to this field.
Yeah, 3.2 seconds. That's luxury around this place. Let's see what he can do with it.
It's not bad for Desso either. Behind him and take that DRS.
I think Jarno fancies a move here.
Double whipping.
He's putting Vaster Racer under a lot of pressure. He should get him on the way up the hill now. He set that up pretty well there, Jarno. You can see why he's so good. As he heads up towards turn 2. Yes, this is a corner. And then turn 3. And up ahead, yeah. Good driving there. But he needs to be moving quicker than that, though. I know he's potentially going to the end on these tires, but I doubt he will.
He's on mediums. How's he going to go to the end on mediums?
I doubt he will. That's the thing. You got to suggest
it. That's so weird. Ooh, he's put softs on lap 3. I think he's going to the end. That's what you always do. This. They never go to the end.
One day I'll be right, okay?
They literally never go to the end.
You can take them from lap 12. If you get another safety car, it'll be fine. I'm just trying to make it more interesting.
Safety car, he's screwed.
Ah, shut up. I'm trying to be more entertaining here. Let me make them think Jarno's going to win, because then he'll bottle it. That'd be really funny. I don't see the comedy in these things.
I prefer him to have no hope of winning. Despair is what gets
Give
it.
him hope. That's what makes it funnier.
No.
Ugh. You're so boring.
Lewis's driving is terrible. Sparks is going to overtake him soon enough.
Yeah, well, that's why he's cast at the Blizzard. Yeah. Blizzard, he's used up all that ERS. Louis, that's, you know, he's done quite well with the ERS,
I think Blizzard's
considering.
done well too. I think Blizzard will probably fit.
Well, yeah. Well, this is pit window time, isn't it? Lap 12 is the first lap I would suggest for the pit window for the mediums. Doesn't mean you can't tip them to the end from lap 5 or whatever the hell lap you put them on, but still, Jarno, just let him have hope. Come on.
That's probably why the pit window is in lap 5.
Yeah, but there's also been safety cars, man. It's only an extra like 6 or 7 laps. He'll be fine. Right, look at this. Staying nice and tight to the inside. Don't be breaking any rules. He's here.
Jarno's basically just like
nice.
got in position 4, basically. I mean, he's pretty. He basically just averaged that out again. It's like he lost nothing. He's on a warpath.
Yes. He got quite lucky with a safety car when he got the damage, so yeah, but look at this.
His runs out of that.
This could be a double overtake, because I have a feeling that he's going to try and get both of these guys. Because Rafa's tires are not good. He must be getting by him soon. Otherwise, Rafa will pit. I mean, one or the other. But yeah, Jarno's not going to be too far away from Louis by the end of all this, you know. He's honestly kept this gap so well.
Basically, what it was. Safety car helped him out a ton, and his driving definitely helped him out too.
Right then, let's see. Rafa should pull over to the right-hand side out of here.
I think he should let him go first. And
slow down before he pits. He's got to slow down because Jarno has to slow down now. It holds them both up. Look at this.
Yeah. And that Midnight is right behind Jarno.
Yeah. And Vaster Racer too. They're both on the back. Wasn't really the best played thing there from Rafa. Mind you, I guess he doesn't want to lose time on his own. He's obviously still fighting for himself, but better ways of dealing with it than that. But yeah, now we can see, will Jarno be able to defend? Yes, because I don't think Midnight's anywhere near past him. He's not even trying to. He can brake nice and late, but he wasn't pushing, so he's not going to go for the move. Casper up ahead of Desto as well. Yeah, Casper He's had a bit of a recovery himself as well. He was last when the safety car came out, I'm pretty sure, so P6 now. Of course, he benefited from not actually having the accidents.
Harris pitted very early. Actually, I think he must have got wing damage.
Half the grid's got wing damage, but yeah, Paris has been in again, yeah.
Yeah, he must have got wing damage again because...
Or he's just... Well, he was on softs. Maybe he just wanted to get rid of him, go to the end.
Yeah, but now he's seconds behind Rafa. Not far from before.
Yeah.
And he undercut Rafa too, so...
Mysterious. Mysterioso.
Mysterianos.
I see someone in the chat there complaining about only having 61 viewers. You're scaring them away. Shut up. Sorry, I just saw it in the chat. I'm very offended.
61 viewers is bad.
Onyx fastest lap. How much space is he in? He's in not a bad. Oh. Why do you do this to me? Why are you getting penalties? I'm trying to praise you, man. I was gonna say, if Onyx keeps setting laps like that, he's got nearly 3 seconds to clear out ahead of him. He could really benefit and have a good shot later on, as could Blizzard, of course. But, well, of course he's gonna have a good chance of winning. He was the leader before. Well, it started off, and you'd expect him to be setting good laps as well. But, yeah, Onyx, stop getting penalties, and you might be up there. Imagine getting penalties around Austria. You're just asking to lose.
Always get penalties around Austria. It's actually very hard because it's so high speed.
It's not hard.
Oh, so Callum Tisdale, owner of VSR, said, I missed Odems. I missed you too, Callum. I missed you too. I'm not a full part of VSR. I guess technically I am.
Well, you usually are still VSR.
I've never been fired.
Yeah.
If you're watching, Callum, don't fire me. I'll be back for F1 2020. Thank you.
I doubt that, somehow.
Why?
I just
Shut up,
doubt
why?
it.
Why do you doubt that? Why?
You will be back.
Oh, well.
You're too poor, you can't buy a new controller, so you have to buy all the bad ones. They're the ones that don't work with the game. Unless you can...
No, I only bought those ones because I wanted to get here as quick as possible, but it just didn't work. Now I don't care anymore. And I hate that now that I've started, League Racing is blowing up even more because of this whole coronavirus thing. Lando Norris streaming and all that stuff. It's annoying. I'm watching Midnight and he's sliding all around the place, so I think...
Yeah, I was watching him. He was getting close to Yarno, but then I watched him for the rest of the lap and he was just slippy slidey all over the place, and he will get overtaken. Yeah. No doubt. He's practically letting him through there. Is Midnight on fast race. That was perfectly. He's not even using his DRS. What's he doing? What is he doing? Really weird.
Right on the back of Lewis.
Yeah. Not gonna pass unless he dies him, although he is saving that ARS, that maybe he is planning an attack at some point. Forbes on the back of Lakitu.
I think it's important he gets past them before they pit.
Lakitu getting overtaken yet again in this race. Someone needs to give him his Weetabix. He's not going quickly anymore. Yellow flags. Midnight has had a bit of a slide again, has he? His tyres are gone on lap 17. What has he done to them?
Must be the setup.
But how do you manage that? Even I don't manage that. Even with my silly tyre knowledge, even I know they shouldn't be going after this many laps. He's absolutely screwed. Unless he can really bounce back quickly. Right, Sparks, your name isn't Blizzard. Let's get some moves done. He's got...
His name was... Would he be in the net lead race?
Huh?
And also down in 14th. That's mad.
Well, I was going to say this before all that kicked off with Midnight, but he's now on the back of 2 cars. What if he takes a while to pass him? Because he's got low ERS. Mind you, they all do, but he has got low ERS. And Onyx, he needs to get a move on, obviously, but he could be on the back of this if he knows what he's doing. Or Rafa could be on the back. They need to speed up those two. Because they've got a realistic chance of being up there at the end, and they just get a move on.
And Lakitu has DRS on 4, so it might take a bit. Yeah, passed.
Jarno is in DRS, and Louis just got a penalty, but Jarno's in DRS. This could get interesting now. Between the top three, maybe they actually are going to have to start fighting. We've got Michael Rosen in the chat. He recovered quickly.
Oh, here goes Blizzard down the inside of Lakitu into turn 1.
Yeah.
He's not hanging about.
Lakitu's not having a good day, is he? He's hoping to obviously gain by being on these hards at the end. That's why he's struggling to keep people behind. I hope it works out for him, but the way where Lee Finlay is, Lee is still in a pretty handy spot. Because, you know, right, we'll stop suggesting it. Jarno's not going to the end, nor is Casper. But Lee has to be. I'm not stupid in saying that. And Lee is still very much up there. How far is he off the lead right now? He's only 9 seconds off the lead. He's doing a good job. Because everyone ahead of him has to pit. Yeah, they might catch him, but he can still be on for a good result. The closest challenger is Blizzard. And we've got two Ferraris swapping places. That seemed pretty set up to me.
Yeah, Blizzard is gonna overtake Lee in the next 5 laps or so, I'd imagine.
But is Sparks going to overtake Louis? Here he comes. He knows he's got Jarno behind. He's got to think of something soon. They're getting as close as they can without making any overtakes, as per usual on this tier. And as per usual, it lets a third man in. This time it's Jarno, the championship leader. Not good news if your name is Louis to see this happening behind you. But yeah, I'm certainly going to keep my eye on Lee because, well, we'll see how long it takes. Oh, Rafa's got Bionics. Okay, Rafa's taking control of that then. He wants to get his hands dirty. He's going to get moving. But yeah, eyes really on Blizzard, Lee, and the top three.
Guess in like 2 laps or so?
Huh?
Well, I guess these guys on the mediums are gonna pit in like what, 2-3 laps now?
I'd say lap 24 for some of them. I mean, the likes of Jarno and Casper could maybe stretch to 25 or 26.
Yeah.
Avoid maybe the start of the overheating phase near the end, because they need to be absolute rockets every single lap. And now look at this, is Louis going to get DRS of his teammate? No, he's not. He wasn't quite close enough to him. Saying that, Sparks has had a woeful exit. He wasn't very close at all there. Blizzard, yeah. Oh, he hasn't made it work. There's been contact. No damage, but that is costing him so much time.
Why is JKX defending from him?
Because he's going to the end as well. He's on the hards.
Oh, I guess he is, yeah.
So Blizzard really has got a proper challenge now to try and pass him. This is very interesting. And yes, I know people are in the chat there saying that Louis got a penalty. I'm aware of that. But this is Louis we're talking about. He got penalties last week, didn't stop him, but he is going to have to pull off something special today. Imagine if he keeps going wide like that. Stop doing that. Got one warning yesterday. It's not hard to avoid it. Pitters on the mediums then. So yeah, we were both wrong. It was 1 lap. For the first ones.
The Blizzard is going to go down the outside of turn 1. That's going to be great.
Oh, but Jacob is staying on the inside. It's going to be contact, and he spins Blizzard round. Oh, look out for Lakitu, because Lakitu is now the second highest runner on those tyres, and look who this has put into play. It's Rafa on the back of all this now. Go on, Rafa.
I'm going to be sick. What's he doing?
I know I'm acting biased, but go on, Rafa. Oh, look at Jacob's X now. He's slipping sliding all over the show. That was very dodgy.
That is disgusting. I just looked back at it.
Disgusting.
That is so bad.
Well, he's got no damage, I don't think, Blizzard.
Blizzard was literally off the track and he still hit it. That is so bad.
Oh, Sparks is in the pits first then of these top 3. Now, it'll be interesting. Where is he going to come out in relation to Lee? Because he is going to be the net leader, isn't he?
I'm annoyed for Blizzard. Oh my god.
Casper's speeding.
I hate when cars are pit stop down just decide that they want to take the race into their own hands.
But he's not a pit stop down. They were racing for the win, as far as they were concerned. He was not. They both had
Still,
0
though.
left.
He literally drove himself off the track to take him out.
Look
That
at
was
this.
so
Sparks
bad.
has lost out to a lot of these guys. And Rafa's just got ahead of Lakitu. Lakitu's going to come back now because Rafa's got widest contact with Onyx. And that's going to possibly demote Lakitu off the podium there. But yeah, Rafa, do you know what? He is looking strong now. He really is. Saying that, Sparks is only a couple of cars behind him, and he's making contact with Jacotex. He's not getting involved again, is Jacotex. Surely Sparks is going to get the likes of Rafa and that, but it actually is after Rafa. It's nearly 6 seconds to Lee. I can't believe I'm saying this. Lee Finlay. I don't want to make it sound like it's offensive, but Lee Finlay is 8 seconds clear of Sparks right now. That is looking shockingly good for him.
When did... No, Gunnar got past Lewis. I was too busy being annoyed.
Yeah, we both missed that one, didn't we? But at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter for these two. If they keep fighting, maybe they weren't fighting too hard. They've got to be careful now because the laps are counting down. Lee on the back of Deso now. Is he going to get by? He saved his ERS quite well, as has Deso. But Sparks now up ahead of Lakitu, and now it's his teammates up ahead. This is going to get a bit fun. This is heating up very nicely indeed. Casper, faster racer. Lee has got Deso. I'm watching a freeway fight. Casper, faster racer. And Midnight. Lee got past clearly. He's got 8 seconds of clean air ahead of him. Oh my goodness. I can't believe what I'm watching right now. When's the last time Lee won a race?
I don't think he's won a race in PSGL. No, he has. He won season 23.
Yeah,
Me and him were battling in... Ooh. Onyx. Good there. He's going to let Sparks do. Me and Lee were battling in China in 23. And yeah, he won.
Lee's only got 1 warning as well. So he's fine on penalties right now. He's got Deso behind, but Lee Finlay, he is in the legit lead of the race. I'm not messing about. I'm not making this up. He's going to the end by the looks of it. And it was season 23 China, his last win. Yeah, Sparks is past. He's flying along. How long will those tires last? He's gained, how much is that? Well, about 3 seconds on Lee on that last lap. So he should catch up to him quite quickly and get by. The guy that's just been put up to a full-time seat in the Mercedes, looking to put on a fantastic performance to win his race. When's the last time he won a race? I don't remember if he won last season or not. I don't think he did. Get the numbers on Sparks as well, Connor, if you've got it. Because this is 2 people, and Rafa up there as well, and Onyx. A lot of these drivers you would not have expected to be up here today. The safety car really has thrown this race into chaos, and it's all going to come together at the very end of this race. Louis been off. Louis been off the track. He's lost 3 or 4 spots. And I think there's a car pitting as well, slowing everything down. Was there contact with Casper? I think there was. The front wind's broken there.
Louis is the pit. Yep, Louis is pitting.
And Louis too, so that's 2nd and 3rd in the Drivers' Championship in the pit lane. Louis out of it. And there goes Jarno, the challenger leader, up to P7. He can still win this thing. Who's going to win this race? Literally anybody in the top 7, apart from maybe Deso and Lickle, could win this race. What timeline are we living in? Here comes Sparks up to P3. This is going to be a very entertaining race.
Spotted by faster and 11. I feel so bad.
Yeah, I know. He's got 6 seconds of penalties as well. He's going to be nowhere near this today. Especially with all these soft runners around him. Oh, it's annoying. I feel the frustration. Right then, so Sparks is looking pretty good. Let me just check Sparks' penalties just to see if he's got anything. 1 warning, that's all he's got. So, yeah, he's looking good. Because at the end of the day, this is going to be 4-lap-old softs compared to 24-lap-old hards. It's not going to be much of a contest. And it'll be more interesting to see really if Rafa and Onyx can get down as well. Because look at Jarno too. Jarno, we don't know what pace he's got. Really, we know he can pass people, but what about chasing after Sparks? Because we're going to have to see him actually pass him this time. And he's on 2-lap fresher tyres. And he is only, what, just over 2.5 seconds behind Sparks. he could win this still, Jarno, after having that front wing broke. This is going to be something else, this finish. We've got 10 laps to decide this thing. Whew. I'm getting quite tense now.
So much number one Blizzard, he's chasing Jake Detector on this guest spicy. I know when Lee took me out in season 22 rather, I know that I ended up on the same piece of track with him again, and I just five-bombed him from like 4 years out. I didn't care, I was too annoyed at him. So I'm wondering if Blizzard will do the same thing.
Look at Rafa on the back of Lico, but also look at Jarno. Jarno had to sit back and wait. And will the two Alphas make their way up the grid at the same time? I think they will, but look at as well, Sparks up into second place. He's really flying off the grid now. Jarno has got by Lico. Will he get by his teammate? No, he's going to wait. Lico's still going to stay on the outside. Surely he won't have the exit, and he doesn't. But Sparks is going for the lead of the race. Here he is on the back of Lee Finlay. He's going to go down the inside, and Sparks, the full-time Mercedes driver from this race onwards, has taken the lead. Where did he start on the grid? I haven't checked that yet. He started third on the grid, and you can see the other two on the podium from 13 up and from 16 up. There's been quite a lot of changes, and Jarno back onto his original grid position, the P4. So Sparks is going to look like he's going to go from third to victory as it stands. My goodness.
Yeah. Well, you know, Desso's doing pretty well for himself here. He could end up getting fourth.
But that would suggest he's trying to get those tyres to the end from lap 2.
Alright, he's on mediums. Yeah, he probably won't then.
Well, if we're going to go by your logic, and I guess my logic after listening to your logic, then he shouldn't go to the end. But watch him go to the end now and prove you wrong.
Oh my god!
Jacob Tex, what's he done? Could this be a safety car? Question mark, because that's a dangerous spot.
If this isn't a race ban, I'll be shocked.
Who did what?
I'll be shocked.
Oh no, it wasn't our friend Blizzard, was it?
Tex. Oh, I'm saving that.
What happened? I didn't watch it.
Goodness. So basically, going into well, the lap before, Jake did his usual thing, and he pretty much took Blizzard off the track. Then coming into turn, Blizzard was going down, and Jacotex just defended very late and took him out, wiped him out. Well, wiped himself out, basically.
Nice job.
And yeah, out he went. I don't know what he's been doing today, but it was awful to watch. I knew it was worth staying on board with him. Basically just trying to take Blizzard.
Look at that, Desso just letting Jarno through. No challenge there whatsoever. But yeah, Jarno, he's got 7 laps to make up 3 seconds on Sparks with 2 lap fresher tyres. I said that those 2 laps could become crucial. And we might end up seeing that. Will Jarno win his 4th race in 5 starts? We'll wait and find out, but this is looking like a grandstand finish incoming. And look at that, Liam is all over the back of Forbes and he's showing himself.
Pretty and nickel blocks side by side. This will be some move if he gets him on the outside. He does.
He'll be shoved off.
Ooh, just wide.
He doesn't have to make this too difficult for himself. He's got such fresher tyres. And yeah, Lickle.
Oh, here comes back.
He's got to be careful there, Lickle, of faster racer, yeah. Oh, off the track goes to Haas. I don't think has he seen him? He only has seen him now. Faster racer gets him off the track, but did he really have any option there? Here comes Jarno. P2. 6 laps to win this thing. Has he got any penalties? Let me just quickly check that actually. That'd be quite important to check. I know there's more fights going on behind. We'll check on those in a second. Yeah, no penalties for Jarno either. See, it is easy to get no penalties around here. You are just not that good. No penalties for any of the top 3, I don't think. Just, I see there's the question being asked. Yeah.
P2 is on course for points here.
He is actually at the moment, but he could have been so much higher. It was going well for him eventually. I know he was starting in the early stages, but he was up where not too far away from Lee was, but then he did fall down quite a bit. But yeah, well, will he get there? Because his tyres won't have much pace left in him. I mean, they'll be fine, I would have thought, but will Forbes catch him? Will Liam catch him? Will anyone catch him? Yeah. He'd lead like that point, wouldn't he?
He's on the back of nickel blocks, who's struggling the most.
Well, I guess, yeah. Lakichi probably does have actually advantage on the tires compared to him. That is a good point. Not going to try into turn 1, but yeah, two points would be very nice. Let's see if he can get them. He will get them. Nicely done. Good overtake there. And you can see Vaster Racer also with a pretty nice and clean, easy overtake on midnight. Right then. So, 2 big questions to ask then for these last 4 laps at the end of this one. Will Jarno catch Sparks? Will Rafa catch Lee? That's what we need to know. Desso's now falling down into P6 as Blizzard sets the fastest lap of the race down in 15th. Isn't going to mean anything to him. It'll just take a point of someone in the top 10, I guess.
Jay's saying he got damaged when he was desynced from everyone and Lee's car stopped in front of him, which I guess makes it perfectly okay to take people out.
He does know that desync doesn't exist anymore, right?
I mean, I'm sure like this internet, that's fine, but what you do after that, it doesn't make you completely
it doesn't make you God.
You can't just kill someone afterwards.
Yeah. How dare you! I shall end your life. Right then, come on, Jarno. Sparks has got nothing left. He's got nothing left. His ERS is absolutely empty. Jarno has got some left. And if he tries to save the ERS, he'll lose more time. Surely Jarno's got this. Because he's catching at a good rate. This would be a sensational victory for him as well. Pretty much, if anyone in that top 3 wins this race, it'd be a sensational.
Also, we know that Sparks is, I don't know how to put this, but a fairy when it comes to defending his position. So.
Are we trying to suggest that Lee could still win this?
You're gonna have to pick anybody out of the entire grid to try and overtake on the last lap. You pick Sparks. I pick Sparks.
Right then, so that tells me then that Lee Finlay is still a bit of an outsider for this fight. How's Desso's tires looking? They're not looking too good. He's going to have to try and defend 2 drivers in 1, and he's not even going to do that. He's just going to let them through. And that's going to be annoying for him. Will Lakiti maybe catch him now? We'll see really how much the tires can last. But yeah, Midnight's still trying to get by Vaster Racer. Will he get it down into turn 4? He looks on the inside. It's probably just a warning.
These 2 have been beside each other for like 20 laps.
Yeah, and it appears to have been fighting quite well too. So it's good to see. I think actually, you know what? After the first sort of massive accident earlier on, and apart from Jay, it's been pretty clean actually, the racing. I've been impressed with this. And, well, look at this, we've got 81 viewers. I think that's the most we've had tonight, and you're here to see what looks to be a very nice finish up ahead of us. Sparks, yeah. 2 laps older tyres, less ERS. Not much, by the way, less, but it is less. Jarno, 2 laps to try and catch him. 1.3 seconds the gap. Can he get that into DRS the last lap? Because he'll have the 3 zones. And that could be all important in this race. And, well, as Odin says, Sparks is not easy to overtake.
No, it's the opposite.
Oh, is it the opposite?
Sparks is easily overtaken.
Ah, for goodness sake. Well, he might make it hard then. How about that? I must have misheard you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, will he make it hard? Well, maybe then.
Remarkably easy to overtake and defend from, in my experience. Maybe he's grown up. Maybe he's grown up. You know, got some cubes down there.
Well, maybe he's about to start making it hard, and that's what's going to cause the inevitable accident.
Maybe
because look at this.
I'm finally sick of it.
We're in DRS, folks. He is in DRS. Jarno and Sparks have got pretty much the same ERS, so it's going to be all down to this DRS. 3 zones on this final lap. He's in the first one now. Jarno up towards turn 1. Gap is 7 tenths of a second. He's got to keep it all on the road. He's doing that fine. He has a bit of a slide, but he's still closing that gap. The yellow flags again instead of, I mean, there's a slow car. There's a car off its nickel blocks. We'll watch him later on because the gap's now 4 tenths of a second. 3 tenths. 2 tenths. Is he going to get this one closed down enough? It's not a good exit. It's not a good exit. He's not got quite enough to go on. He's going to have to dive if he wants to go for it. Will he do it? Jarno super late on the brakes. He's going to try it somewhere. He has to try somewhere as he heads up the hill. Sparks defended for all of his life. Jarno thinks on the inside, decides he's going to wait a while. Is there potential of getting him on that run down to turn 9? We'll wait and find out. Again, no ERS ready for both of them. They're going to have to drive on their wits here. And here comes Jarno. Sparks defending on the inside line. Jarno, you can see little blocks there on the inside as well. No way through, but look at Jarno. He's put himself on the inside. He's going for it. There'll be contact. And who's going to get out there in the lead? I think it's going to be Jarno. He's going to take his 4th win of the season. I don't know how questionable that was, but he made that stick on the final corner. Sparks is going to be fuming. Lee Finlay takes P3, but that away from McLaren as well. 34 laps on the hards, fantastic from him. Rafa P4, Onyx P5, Faster Racer 6 with Midnight 7th. Lakitu in 9th with Liam there 8th, and Forbes 10th with Deso. Unfortunately, he had to pit. He's 11th. Oh, I can't wait to see what they're going to say in the chat about this. Do you know what? Forget the chat. Let's get them in the party. We're gonna get them in the party because we do our interviews. Let's see what they're gonna say about this. Of course you're gonna do that. You've got to go for it on the final corner. Yeah, he opened the door as well. You know. Yeah, I didn't believe you. I didn't believe you. I didn't think he'd be like that, but he did it. Louis says that Sparks just turned in. So, I mean, that's... yeah. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better end to the race, you know? It was a fantastic ending. It was well fought, let's say that much. But it is Jarno then, provisionally, that's won the race from Sparks and Lee Finlay, the 2 Scotsmen on the podium. Again, Lee Finlay, can I just say, by far my driver today. 15th to 3rd on that one stop. Took advantage of that safety car very well. Well done to him on P3. Rafa P4 then, with Onyx P5, Vasta Racer Midnight 7th. Liam 8th, Lakitu 9th, and Forbes 10th, and Deso. I feel quite sorry for him down 11. He had a good race, but it just... he must have had a puncture. That might be what the yellow flag was, maybe. Casper 12th, Blizzard 13th, Toxic Tomato 14th, Little Block 16th, Paris, and then the retirements, Jaketex, Louis, Jonathan, and Gil. And we have got a podium driver in the party.
Apparently, Lewis came into contact with Jay as well.
Ah, lovely. Right then, Lee. That must have been quite fun for you. P15 up to P3. What was that like on the hards? How were they hanging on at the end?
Well, they were still hanging in there. The hards didn't feel that good of a race there, if I'm being honest. But I just had to go for it because I had nothing to lose. And yeah, really happy to get the podium. That's actually my first ever podium in PSGL on the wheel.
Nice.
So I'm yeah, very, very happy with that.
Right, can I just say, Odoms, can you keep inviting the top 2? Because I don't know if they got my invite or not, but you got to get them in there. I'll keep talking to Lee. So why do you not think other people went onto the hards? Because it was only sort of a handful of you. I'm surprised that not everyone pitted for that under the safety car. So what was the thought process? Were you close to the pits or were you part of the accident?
Well, I was kind of round about P10 kind of area, and like I started on the softs, and I just thought if the guys are not going to pit, I'm going to pit, because like people on the mediums, they would have wanted to do mediums to softs, and it like worked out well for Yano and Sparks.
You didn't see what happened to them two. We'll talk about that. You got to watch what happened to them two back. It was great.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I did see a lot of battles going on, but I just wanted to keep my nose clean and keep out of any incidents. I saw, I think Gil spun and same for Top for Tomato. So I just wanted to keep my nose clean, and yeah, that's what I managed to do there. So yeah, very happy with that.
Well, congratulations then. Good job on the P3. Hope you're happy. And yeah, we've now got to talk to Sparks. Thoughts on the move?
Shut up. Let me ask him.
You ask him the question.
Hello, Sparks. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
All right, let's cut the crap, Sparks. Told you this many times. You know, sometimes I just want you to get your elbows out a bit more. I want you to be a bit more aggressive. I want you to look at other cars as enemies. But you didn't do that. You let Jarno overtake you on the last corner of the last lap. Why? Why, Sparks? Why?
After having trauma from Lee Finlay last night, I thought if I don't defend this, he's just going to send it anyway. Either way, he's going to send it. It was last corner, last lap. But I don't know. I tried to turn back in at the exit of the corner to shove him back, but he pretty much just ran me out of road. So yeah, I don't.
So will you be taking it to the stewards?
I don't want to be a bit of a twat about that, but you know.
Take it to the stewards. Just do it.
I'll listen to you then.
Think about the championship. You got to get it closed up. But
Make it interesting.
It was certainly a good fight from my perspective. Anyway, watching it, and yeah, I want to get Jarno's thoughts on this as well. Do you think that move was fair that you made? I know you're going to say yes, but what did you think about it?
I mean, I had to go for it. Recently had to try it somewhat clean.
Of course.
And then when we got to the apex, we hit each other, so I could oversteer, and then I run wide. Well, both run wide. So anyway, I'll just let the steward sort it out. If it wasn't clean, then I get penalized for it. That's how it is. So.
Aren't you a bit sick of winning? You've won 4 races now this season. You're getting pretty good at this. What was that like with the front wing damage? Because I didn't think you'd come back, but you had ridiculous pace.
Yeah, I didn't. Everyone was braking really early compared to me, so I got completely surprised at turn 3 on the second lap, and that's how I got front wing damage. But I was lucky that the safety car came out, to be honest, because otherwise the race would have been over anyway. So.
I don't think anyone saw the big accident, but half the field were involved in it. It was utter carnage. So you've got to watch it back. It was just omni shambles. Anyway, Odems, you might have any questions for him.
I just wanted to say that, you know, I think the move was illegal, but I 100% would have done the exact same thing in that position. you just have to send it. And yeah, thank you for proving my point. The terrible defensive driver, though. I appreciate that.
No worries, mate. Right.
What race is next?
Britain is next.
Right. Oh, Britain. Good times.
Good times.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna have to come back for one race for that one.
Oh dear. But anyway, yeah, like we say, that is Britain. It's going to be next week. It'll be 8 PM as per usual on the channel. Hopefully Odems is actually there for qualifying this time. And actually, you know what? Speaking of qualifying, actually, I completely forgot to ask about this, but I want to ask all 3 of you. Why did you not think to go under the sauce at the end of qualifying?
Me?
Anyone?
I was thinking about it, but I got really late into the pits, so I had to make a quick decision. But then on the outlap, already the tire temps were quite high, so I was like, well, that was the wrong decision.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, Britain's a track we know. It rains. It rains a lot, especially in my open lobbies. I'm sick of open lobbies, but I have to keep doing it because I'm obsessed with my rank. It rains there all the time, so I'm expecting a wet race next week. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Also watch F3. I'm still top of the standings by 3 points. You've got to be there. You've got to be there watching it. Listen.
0 people are watching.
We'll be rooting for you.
F3's fine. F3's fine. We had a great race yesterday, and we'll have a great race this week. So yeah, Sunday 8 PM for the F3 if you want to see me try and hold my challenger lead, and Monday at 8 PM for the F1. Odems will be here. thank goodness. And yeah, hopefully we won't see Yarno win again. Ah, so boring. But anyway, thanks to the podium sitters, and well done. Hope you all had good fun, and please don't start fighting about the move. It was a good move, just watch it back, enjoy it. And yeah, we'll all see you next week, so cheers for watching, guys. And safe travels.